Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at Living Golf Academy, and today we're going to take a look at the P range of irons from TAYLORMADE. So we've got the P730s, P750s, P770s and P790s. Right then guys, so we're going to hit 5 real balls on GC quad with each of the 4 models. I'm going to interchange the heads with the same shaft, so the setup of club is exactly the same. We're going to go 1/2 inch longer, stiff, 2 degrees upright. Going to give you some feedback on kind of just very quickly on looks and feel, how they compare going model to model. Then we'll look at some numbers and look about overall performance. So first off, the P730. Okay then guys, so 5 really good solid ones. I mean, I said in my review video, love the look, love the feel of the 730. Whether through the bag they'd be forgiving enough for me, not 100% sure, but this is where for me I'm very interested with this video, just to see as you go club to club, kind of the looks and the feel. Obviously feel wise should be very similar with them being forged. So I'm going to go from the P730 into the P750. So from the back, a little bit more, a bit of a cavity in this one where the other one was a muscle back, but still doesn't look like a huge cavity. And I think as you place the club down behind the ball, just a slightly longer blade, slightly thicker top line, but still looks really good behind the ball. So 5 shots with the P750. Yeah, so again, I mean, for me, 750 still looks great behind the ball. Didn't really feel any different. You know, a little bit, like I said, slightly longer blade, a little bit thicker top line, but still looks great. Felt incredible. So I think for me, probably that one makes the most sense to me, because it kind of still looks very like a blade, but has that little bit more forgiveness. But we're going to go from 750 into 770. And again, we're getting a little bit bigger with the blades, slightly thicker top line. Certainly the cavity more noticeable on this one. Kind of a bit more tungsten down at the bottom, so stronger loft. We've gone 35 degree with the 730, 34 with the 750. We're now into 33 degrees for the 7-iron with the 770. But still looks very good behind the ball. Still looks like a player's club for me. So again, let's have 5 more good ones with this and see how this one goes. And again, 770, I mean, yeah, looks a bit different, but still feels great. That lovely soft forged feel. It's blowing a gale down here today, so when we look at the closed numbers off quad, it'll be interesting, but you know, hitting it nice and high. Looks like it may be a little bit further than the last 2 models, but really tough to tell. But again, just incredibly easy to hit, but certainly for me, there's no better feeling than a forged club. And I love the fact that there's kind of something for everybody in this family, right from the best ball strikers to the one we're going on to now, the P790, hollow head, very forgiving. Again, kind of longer blade than the P730, slightly thicker top line, but certainly from the back, even though we know it's hollow, you know, it's rammed full of technology, trying to get that consistent ball speed across the face. So last 5 with the P790, and then we'll look at some numbers. Right then, so P790, I mean, I thought that was noticeably quicker off the club face. At 30.5 degrees though, we'd expect it to be, because it's stronger than a 6 iron would be in some of the other models. So for me though, still launch the ball up in the air, still very, very high shot. So because of the technology in the head, that's why the manufacturers claim then the lower CG, they need to strengthen those lofts. But I would expect to see more distance and more ball speed from the stronger loft. But as you go through the 4 models, I think they all feel lovely and soft. Then it's a case in that fitting process of seeing what gives you the ideal performance, whether you're looking for distance, height, forgiveness, all of those. But let's look at the numbers for the 4 models and see kind of the benefits and the negatives maybe from one model to the next. Okay guys, so we'll look at the averages, and average ball speed's very, very similar between the 730, the 750 and the 770, but as we'd expect, going 35, 34 and 33 degrees, not a massive change in loft. But we do see that jump up to 123 average ball speed with the P790, predominantly because we're down to 30.5 degrees. Launch angle pretty similar with the first 3, again a little bit lower with the 790. To which then backspin, very, very good with the 730, 750, still more than acceptable with 770, and even the 790 kind of weighing in with decent backspin. All 4 clubs hitting the ball nice and high, so hitting it high with plenty of spin, going to get lots and lots of stop on the greens, and it's where we see the carry distances are interesting. 158 with 730, 159 with 750, little bit longer 164 with 770, which I would put down to the spin just being that little bit lower. But then we really see that jump up there with the 790, again more than anything down to the stronger loft of the club. Okay then guys, so when we look at the numbers, I mean really interesting for me, the fact that I think if you look how similar the lofts are going 730, 750 and 770, which then produce very close performance, I think it'd be very easy to mix and match your set of irons between 2 of the 3 or all 3 of the models. I think where you'd have the little problem would be putting 790 into a set. There's a very different performance characteristic with that, and for me personally, I've put a P790 3 iron in my bag. I'm not bothered about it going 10 yards further than 4 iron. I was just looking for a particular number with that club, and it fits in really well for me. But I think the key with all 4 models is to make sure that if you're looking to mix and match your set, get custom fitted, get the clubs set up properly, hit them side by side. You can have the lofts bent slightly, which might tighten up the performance a touch, but you can really find what your ideal set of irons would be, with the forged range of irons from TAYLORMADE being P730, P750, P770 or P790. As ever guys, really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like and share, comment below, and I'll try and get back to as many of you as I can. Let me know if you've already been through a fitting process. Have you mixed and matched with the sets, or have you very much kind of stuck to one set through the bag? If you don't subscribe to my channel already, please do. Make sure you get my content first. Follow me on all the social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.